You and your ex got into a huge fight. Things were said, emotions were boiling, doors were slammed, and you swore to each other you will never talk again. You went home and you were so mad. You never wanted to see them again. But after a couple days, emotions cooled off and you don't feel so upset anymore. You realize you made some mistakes and you probably hurt your ex. You're ready to apologize for your part of the responsibility, but you have no idea how to reach out and what to say. We have good news for you. Couples who broke up because of a fight have the highest chances to reunite. Why? They didn't break up with each other because one of them lost feelings. They broke up because they disagreed on something or one of them was annoyed by something the other partner did. Stay with us because we will give you a step-by-step process on how to renew contact with your ex after a massive fight. Step number 1. Go no contact. Give enough time for both of you to cool off. You might be ready to talk to your ex. You miss them dearly, and you can't stop thinking about them. But if you are not sure if they are on the same page as you should not risk it and contact them too early. Give them enough time to cool off and be ready to talk to you again. If you reach out and they said they are still not ready to talk to you or ignored you completely, respect their wish and be patient. Wait for them to reach out to you. Don't be pushy and resist any urge to contact them. Giving someone a couple of days works well because it gives everyone the time they need to calm down from the fight. But it isn't too long, so you forget what the fight was about. If you are too quick to talk about the fight, you might easily get angry again. You need to give yourself a break before you talk it out again. And your ex should also have some time to think about what just happened and why the fight started. For couples living together, this period is usually 3 days because they still need to function in the same space and run the household. But if you don't live together and you had a massive fight, no contact can be anywhere from several days to even a month. Step number 2. Remind your ex that you are on the same team. It's you and your ex versus the problem, not you versus your ex. After you get the first hint that your ex wants to talk to you again, don't make the first conversation about the fight that got you broken up. Try to remind them that you two want the same things and that you are moving towards the same goal. If you can remind your ex you are playing on the same team, then your chances of getting them to reunite with you are higher because they'll not feel so much resentment towards you anymore. If you want personal help from me, fill in the form on the link in the description box below. Step number 3. Connect with them on an emotional level. After you and your ex went into a huge fight, you got emotionally disconnected from each other. You feel like you are not sitting or talking with the same person anymore. Your ex probably feels the same and might think that emotional connection will never come back again. That's why you need to remind them that the emotional disconnection comes from the hurt they feel because of a big fight, and not because there isn't enough love between you. Try to understand your partner and what they want from you and life in general. Develop a sense of trust. If you say you'll do something, do it. If your partner asks you to change one particular thing they are especially bothered with, and you promise you'll work on it, Fulfill your promise. The emotional connection with your partner needs to be rebuilt, and it can happen only by taking small steps and being accountable. Step number 4. See things from their perspective. The root of most conflicts is a disagreement over ideas. Couples fight mainly because of money, tone of voice, communication styles, and household chores. You might have a very different opinion from your partner about some of those things. Even if you believe you do the most household chores, make sure to communicate it clearly and tell them how much time you spend every day taking care of the house. Articulate clearly what they can do to help you. If your partner is complaining that you spend too much money, sit down and have a sincere conversation with yourself. Do you really spend money on unnecessary things while you and your partner are sinking into debt? If that is the case, you should take your part of the responsibility and make some changes. Appreciating the other person's perspective rather than disregarding it is the mature way to handle disagreements. You'll understand the motivations behind their responses and the reasoning behind why they said the things they did once you walk a mile in their shoes. Step number 5. Engage in a healthy conversation. After you gave your partner and yourself enough time and space to cool off and emotionally reconnect, now is the time to have a healthy conversation. Healthy conversation is the one where, instead of blaming your partner for your massive fight, you do your own introspective and take responsibility for your part in the fight. Ideally, your partner would do the same. You would both apologize for things you said and did. Then, you would analyze the problem that caused the fight and made a compromise about it. In the end, you would make a new relationship principle to make sure you never fight about the same thing again. Having a healthy conversation after a big fight helps to overcome it and not go back to the same fights all the time. If you had a massive fight with your partner and you broke up, we are here to help you. Fill in the form linked down below and get personal help from me and my team.